All right, hey everybody, I'm David from DealMachine. I'm with my buddy Trevor from Carrot, and he's going to walk us through in this series of videos how online marketing can pair in a tremendous way with everything you're doing with DealMachine. This is just for you guys at the DealMachine family. Trevor, how you doing?
David, what's up, man? Pumped to be on here with you in the DealMachine community, dude. Love it.
Thank you.
So, dude, I'm gonna dive in, and if you guys are cool with it, I'll share my iPad here and kind of walk through a couple things. But before I do, I know we were shooting a video right before this, and you were talking about a story that you had personally. A story that you had personally on how you actually won a deal that you got from Driving for Dollars. You got offline, but then you won it because something online. I'll toss it back your way. Why don't we start there, and then I'll kind of dig in and show people how they can amplify that.
Yeah, so they told me they selected me over somebody else because they found this video that I must have filmed at the end of college. It was about leadership training, and it had nothing to do with real estate, but they made the decision because they really liked what I had to say, and they felt like it was authentic, and they knew who I was more than the other person. Mm-hmm. So it gave me the idea that if you can control what people are seeing, it's going to make your existing efforts with postcards, direct mail, a lot more powerful.
I love it. I love it. And dude, so we're going to dive into a series right here where David and I had a chance to connect right before this. And we said, what can we do for the DealMachine community to help amplify the results you guys are getting even more, especially as this market's getting really competitive, and vice versa. On the Carrot community, we're doing the same thing over there to go, guys, how do we add on Driving for Dollars? How do we add on those things to amplify what we're already doing over there? And it's like peanut butter and jelly, kind of add on the Driving for Dollars plus the online marketing side of it is great. So I'm going to share my iPad really fast here. And the biggest concept that I want people to get through in this series, we're gonna dive into 4 videos in this series to, number one, introduce you to the concept that all the offline marketing you do drives online demand. And what does that mean to your business? What does that mean to your deals, your leads? Are you losing leads and deals right now that are slipping right through your fingertips? You don't even know that you're losing them. And then we're going to show you exactly what you need to do on your website to make sure that your credibility is built so you're not losing deals to competitors. And then also we're going to show you exactly what you can do to add more leads on top of the work you're already doing with DealMachine. So what I'm showing on my iPad right here, guys, is not a fancy drawing. I'm not going to win any awards with this drawing, but essentially what I want to show you is this: let's say that you're doing some amazing marketing over here on the DealMachine Driving for Dollars side of it. You've got the app, you've got the deal finders out there. They're adding hundreds of properties to the mix. And a lot of people are getting these postcards, and you're reaching out to them, you're meeting with them, you're talking with them. One of the first things that happens with people right now, especially in this online world, is people will go online and Google search anything that's identifiable about that marketing. So if you can imagine yourself going on Amazon, right? We all buy things on Amazon. And I want to ask you guys, how many of you guys and gals have ever chose to not buy a product because of like one review on the Amazon thing? This is one thing you cared about, that one little feature in the product. And you're like, oh man, I'm not going to buy the product now because it sounds like that part that I cared about isn't good. Or how many of you chose to how many of you chose to buy something from Amazon because of 1 or 2 amazing reviews? What's even worse though, is how many of you guys and gals have chose to not buy a product on Amazon because there were no reviews? Because you saw the product as a pair of shoes and it said no reviews on it. Almost none of us will ever buy that product because we're wondering, we're saying, shoot, is it proven? Is it real? Is it going to be good? I don't want to be the first one to test it. I don't want to be the experimenter. I don't want to be the guinea pig on that. I'm going to go find another one, even if the ratings aren't a 5 out of 5, and I'm going to work with that because at least it's known. It's a known quantity. Okay. And the same thing happens with real estate investors and your sellers you're working with. Is if you're not a known quantity, if people can't look you up online and see some information about you that makes them feel comfortable, that makes them build trust, what are they going to do? They're going to go, you know what? I'm going to work with this other person, even though there's some blemishes that I found about them online. At least I could find something. And the question I have for you guys, I call them phantom expenses. Phantom expenses are essentially expenses that's money that should be in our bank accounts that is not because something isn't working as well as it should in our whole marketing stack. And you guys are busting your butts out there, adding amazing properties to the mix, but you're losing some of those deals. And we don't even know we lost it because of credibility, because of trust. And I want to, in this series, help you guys to build that credibility and trust. And one last question here is, if your average profit per deal is 20,000 bucks, how many $20,000 deals are you losing this year because people search you online and they don't find the right information in the right format? And so we'll show you how to do that. And just like with driving for dollars, if you're doing bandit signs, if you're doing cold calling, if you're doing text messaging, TV and radio ads, referrals, or the online side, which we at Carrot help a lot with, you're doing Google pay-per-click or Facebook ads or SEO, all these things eventually drive to an online search. Even if you're not putting your website in there, okay, they could be looking up your phone number. So if you're doing cold calling or text message marketing, what are people going to do when that person calls them 3 times or text message 3 times? They're like, who is this person? And I end up picking up the phone and Google searching their phone number to see who they are. What ends up coming up? It's probably a tracking phone number, and it's probably going to show like scamcallsite.com, and it's not going to actually have your phone number because most of us aren't putting our tracking phone numbers on our website. So that's something that we should be doing. But on the direct mail side of it, if people pick up that postcard and your name is on it, or your company name, or your phone number is on that postcard, people are Googling those identifiable piece of information. They're going online. They're using what they find online to make a decision to work with you or not. And many of you guys and gals are closing deals with DealMachine with no online presence. And you're saying, man, I don't need the internet. I don't need online. I'm already getting deals here. It's not about can you get deals with one marketing method without a website. It's how many deals you're losing because you don't have it. Okay. And so this is going to help every activity you do at DealMachine work even better. And the ROI from every dollar you're investing with DealMachine marketing is going to grow immensely for a very, very small investment on this side of it. And so once someone lands on that website, what are they thinking about? Well, this is the conversion part of it. So the attract part is when we get the postcard in their box. The attract part is when we knock on that door, when we call them, when they click an ad or whatever it is. But now we're in the convert part of it. In the convert part, what are they thinking about? Well, they're thinking about, can I trust this person, right? They're thinking about who is this person? Is there credibility? Okay, are there reviews on the website? Are there things that make me want to feel comfortable that they can buy my house, solve my problem? They'll follow through with what they promise, and I'm not the first one who's done it with them. Okay, now let's say that you are brand new and you're like, well, Trevor, they are going to be the first one, right? They are going to be my first client. Awesome. It's actually going to put you in an advantage versus all the other people out there driving for dollars without building credibility online. And you can take a darn phone and put a video up on your about page and say, hey, this is Mark with XYZ Home Buyers. And I'm here in North Carolina, actually in front of a house I looked at today. And we're pumped about helping sellers in these types of situations. I'd be excited to talk to you and see if we can solve your problem, and da-da-da-da. Okay, you're just building trust, building credibility. They know who you are before they even get there. Once the leads come in, then you put them into follow-up, and then you go on from there. So the next videos in the series, we're going to actually walk you through what do you put on that website, why a normal website isn't enough anymore. We say authority hubs are what people need now. That's what we help at Carrot. Then we're going to show you exactly what you can do to stack marketing on top of your DealMachine marketing as well.
Love it. A couple things you said there that I was really excited about was putting your tracking numbers on your website, because people do Google those, and frequently it doesn't have any good results at all. And then I also liked what you said. If you haven't done a deal before, recording yourself in front of a house, doing the activity you're doing and putting it on your website does build trust. And just having a website is way more trustworthy than not having a website at all. And so I totally see the angle you can take. Even if you haven't done a single deal before, you can still build a lot of trust online.
Dude, building that trust and authority is critical. And that's where I think a lot of people, David, are kind of underestimating that right now, especially if something's working, like especially if they're getting deals from a marketing activity. It's really easy then to think, well, shoot, this is turning into deals, therefore I don't need to do this. But I always like to plant that seed in our minds to go like, okay, it is working, but how many deals are we losing? And is it worth $100 a month or whatever to regain $20, $40, $60, $80,000 this year in deals you're losing because of credibility?
Right. Totally agree.
Cool.
So I'm really excited. We're about to do another video. You can find video 2 of this series in the description below.
Awesome. Thank you guys. See you on video 2.